Marching band is a performance. Marching band is a intense physical activity. Marching band is a family. Marching band is a place to find yourself, to feel safe, to grow not only as a musician or a performer, but as a human. And for me, it was a lifeline, and I think for a lot of our kids, it's the same. It still is for us. It's a lifeline. It gives us a creative outlet and a physical outlet and an emotional regulation that we don't necessarily get the rest of the day. But when we're in this room with those 62 kids, magic happens.
Wait, it lights up? I didn't even know that. It's fantastic. The little things. Ms. Kehoe, is there anything you want me to add to morning announcements? I have water, sunscreen, water.
I'm going to say water.
Water.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. I have who's allowed to touch and be on which podium.
Okay.
Assignments of like what needs to be brought down. Don't touch what isn't yours, so I'm going to include the rifles and the flags along with all like the pit equipment,
Yes.
etc. The beginners really picked up well. We were able to do the like the mock drill.
Okay.
They did really. How many sets was the mock drill?
10.
Yeah. Like
May have been even more
they
than
did
10.
fine, and all the newbies were here.
Really?
Yeah, except for we think we're losing a trombone.
When do I get the garden? Do I get them
After
today?
lunch, yeah.
All right, sweet.
I just have to check and make sure that there's no volleyball in the gym.
Okay.
After lunch, I have flags. Song 1 flags.
Do you have them in?
Song 1.
Good morning, Ash.
I am a little bit on edge, but like I also have like this excited energy because this is my favorite time of year.
Good morning,
Like
Kendra.
I
How
love
we
seeing
doing?
these kids come in at the end of the summer and they're just so ready to work, and like it makes me whole again, and it like really gets me going for the year. Like I feel like, all right, I can get into teaching again.
How are we doing on this?
I always have like the first day of school jitters. I never sleep all the night before because I'm just like, let's go. And I always have a little bit of, is everybody going to show up? Because inevitably, like, who's going to be the person that changes their mind? Because I don't think we've had a year where all of a sudden there's not somebody or somebody's who changed their mind. So that's the part that I'm always like a little nervous about. But usually it's just like really exciting and too much coffee in the morning. And I apologize to the children.
Hey y'all. Happy day 1. Thank you very much for being here on time. Okay. Have you looked at the forecast for this week? Knocking on wood. Yeah, like it doesn't look to be 98 degrees the entire time. I don't know what to do with myself, but I probably just jinxed it. But listen, please make sure you still communicate with us, right? The drill majors already know that their job is to keep me on track and make sure I'm giving you water breaks, especially now that we're learning drill. This is when I really get my tunnel vision. And I'll get in the zone and I'll be like, oh, you're fine, just keep going. If you think we need water, then let me know we need water, okay? The new sound system that our amazing boosters got us. Obets will be training some people on how to set it up, how to work it, etc. But please respect that as well, okay? Questions for me? Ms. Kehoe, anything you're like, oh shoot, we didn't talk about? Okay, seniors, come to me. Woo!
Band camp is literally a 9-to-5 job. It's a lot of work. We come in here, work literally all day, but it sets the basis for our whole season, right? Without band camp, nobody knows their basics. We don't have a start to our show. Nobody knows their music. So it's a lot of work, but it's necessary. And the focus that we put in band camp sets the tone for the focus that we have for the entire season.
I'm not gonna leave a hole.
I know it's going to be a good week, and I know this because, and I just said to the staff, I think this is the first time since I've been here. Every single person, listen. You're all in a white or a light colored t-shirt, not a tank top. You all have marching appropriate shoes. There's no Crocs to be seen. And you all look focused. It's going to be a good week, I'll bet.
I feel like for me personally, the beginning of band camp is like really exciting, and it's like, yes, we're back in band season and it feels good to start learning all this stuff, and then by the end, it's like, get me out of here just a little bit.
It's like the first time I start reuniting with most of my friends because we don't see each other too frequently over the summer. You know, I love seeing Miss Curly, Mr. O, and my friends, and yeah, learning how to march every year is kind of boring, but that's okay. It's okay.
Hold, 2, 3, go! 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
Every year, I forget, you have to learn new drill, and I'm like, how am I going to do this? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I do anything?
Every year I look
all
at
the new people, and it's a lot, very stressful.
Mark,
So make sure you come down by Taylin here first.
Hold for 4 first. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Move, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm not gonna lie, me as like the drill side, what gets me going that first day is like, did I make the smallest person in the band take the hugest back step? Not talking from past experience or anything, but like that kind of thing keeps me up at night. Like, yeah, I've watched it 1,000 times in Pieware, but like, yeah, I write some really tight drill, and I know I'm kind of crazy for doing it. So like, please, like when I tell you got to take this step so that you don't get your flagpole to the teeth, like I don't want your parents to be mad at me when you have a dental bill because you went the wrong way.
Even though we practice every day, it's amazing how far we come because, like Jamie just said, I look at my music at the middle of August, and I'm like, how did I memorize this last year? And then now we're here, and I'm like, and we're adding stuff. Like, that's crazy.
Jazz is scary. It's going to be scary to go to competitions with jazz because the judges
They know it,
They
too.
know it, and a lot of them are jazzers and play in big bands and stuff. But last year, we loved our show last year. I mean, our favorite, and I think clearly the kids' favorite and the crowd favorite, was Feeling Good. One of the things we loved was the percussion arrangement. So we started looking specifically like, well, what else has he arranged? And then Steve actually found a whole bunch of different jazz things, and we said, well, they handled the jazz well last year. I've stayed away from jazz for that very reason in my past shows, because you can get slammed if you don't do the stylistic right. It's the articulations, it's like who's the lead voice. I did Birdland in high school, and Caravan actually too. So like those were two that I kind of threw in the ring because my fingers still remember Caravan.
6, 7, 8, standing up. 10.
I was a little bit concerned at first because the one jazz song we had last year was definitely the most difficult for us to get down. It took us a while for everyone to start actually like feeling it and getting into the music. But once we did get to that point last year, it was like our best song, and it was a song that the judges and all the audiences consistently loved.
And I'm very similar on that. Like I was a jazzer in high school, so like these charts I'm familiar with. But like I also think that's where we finally had the buy-in last year, is when they felt Feeling Good. That's when our score started going. Yeah, started going high, and I will not forget when we were sitting in that judges meeting, and there was another director that was upset that their score wasn't where they wanted it to be, and the judge just looked at them and went, they feel it. They're having fun. Your band's not having fun.
Hey guys, this is welcome to the Jamie Camp. Okay, oh, you have to see Lena's costume. Burger King. Lena is my queen. Big back, big back, big back, big back.
The 5 consecutive 7-hour long and hot days, or even longer, I forget the hours honestly. I just remember, again, like Jamie said, I was like, how am I doing this? I'm not going to be able to do this. This is not possible. I'm done. You know what I mean? Every day I would say I'm done, but then I would come back, so I actually wasn't done.
You have to like be able to put in time and really be willing to do whatever it takes, and like it's almost like you put aside all the things you want to do. It's like once you say you're going to do this, you stick to it. Like it's the main thing that you want to do.
Marching band is a sport.
Yes, it is. And I've argued with so many kids that are my friends have said, oh, well, marching band, you know, anybody can do it, or it's not a sport, and it really is.
So there are 2 big differences with band camp this year. Number 1, it was not 95 degrees. The other thing that affected us and how we normally run band camp was Miss Kehoe getting sick.
When you do that turnaround in the beginning, there's a 4-count pause.
She was with us for 2 days. The guard learned so much. We were on a roll, and normally after we're outside in the morning, we come inside, we separate, and guard's learning more work, and we're just working music. But then once Miss Kehoe was sick, we couldn't do that anymore, and we don't know the work that she'd created, so we can't teach it to them, and we have to monitor the 61 kids. So we weren't able to spend as much time last week doing music as we wanted to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
On the other hand, their marching was like amazing, and they were able to march songs 1 and 2 like by the end of camp, and that's great.
This year, we got done 1.5 songs in band camp, right? Which means that we're gonna have like an upward trajectory for the whole season. Whereas my first year, we didn't even get done a single song in band camp, and we capped out at like a 78 that year, right? So the more focus and more effort we put in during band camp benefits us as the season carries on.
There's been this push where they want more. They want it differently, right? Like they still want how we started off talking. They still want the family. They still want the acceptance. But they want more. And they're pushing for it.
They no longer want to be a band that competes. They want to be a competitive band, but still have the culture of a band that competes, which I think is
That's
such
been our
a
mantra
cool-
for years. Do you want to be a band that competes, like you just go and you compete, or do you want to be a competitive band?
Beginning of band camp, I remember I came back because it's my second year, and I was like, I don't think I remember anything. But then you go through all the work, and you're like, at the end of the performance, you're like, this paid off. I want to do this for the rest of the season, and it's just such a nice feeling inside because you're like, we can do this. We just put together so much drill and so much work in the span of a week. And that feels really good.
Band camp kind of sets the tone of the pride of marching band. And when you do marching band, sometimes you ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? Why be in the band? And the effort you put into band camp and you put into the performance at the performance at the end of band camp kind of rationalizes it. And again, it sets the tone for the season that, like, this is why I do band camp. I want to feel this sort of pride.
before our first game because we made the call before band camp that we weren't going to go in uniform. We weren't going to march the show. We were just going to go as a pep band. I don't care. So it's like a different vibe to go as a pep band. So are all of them like super woohoo? I don't think so. I'll be honest.
I think that'll come next week. But
Yeah.
when we do have that first home game where we are putting it out on the field, I think we're going to see people really step up, and hopefully it won't be 95 degrees all week where like they won't be uncomfortable, because I think that's part of like the energy drop is also, oh well, we're not performing, but I'm also so hot and uncomfortable. I'm not used to that.
He needs some screen time. Yeah, he does.
Now, did we give a name to
the
beast?
No. Iris. His name is Iris.
Iris?
There you go. Wait. He doesn't stand up very well.
It's okay. No one's perfect.
It's okay.
Maybe if you squish him.
There you go. There you go, bud. He's so, look at him, so proud. I'm so proud.
You are why we continue to be successful, because people keep taking the risk to join, either as a 7th grader or an 8th grader or a friggin' senior, Jaylia. So enjoy your first comp. Listen, you mess up, the world keeps spinning, and we just figure out what we do in practice on Monday to help that not happen again. That's it. I promise you. Got it? Have fun today. First year!
There's always a little trepidation, especially before the season really gets started, because you don't know exactly what ingredients you have. This year, at the beginning of band camp, I had them all write, what is your goal for the season? Anonymously, on little pieces of paper. And some of it was to have fun, some of it was to march in step, some of it was to learn how to play all my notes.
Not drop my flag.
But then these three, to break 85, break 85, solo good, score 85 or more, have fun. And it just kind of became like their group goal was to break 85.
Going back to the first comp, a lot of the judge feedbacks that we get, a lot of the comments that I hear are like the same thing over and over again, and one of them is, I love how cohesive the guard is with the music. Like, they say they love how, like, together we are. Even the judges can see that, and I feel like as a band, as a whole, we all can see it too.
Like, the preview show was a preview show, and it didn't feel any different way for me. There was no, like, well, oh crap. Like, they gave some really nice suggestions. One was, why is your trumpet player not part of the whole waking up thing? And so literally, like, we left that, we said, Wyatt, do the thing. And he said, okay. And then at the competition, we did the thing, and the judge remarked on it at judges' meetings. Like, I really appreciated that you took that and made it happen right away.
The one thing that Florence has always been good at is having fun. They need to relax, and especially with Caravan, it's so much fun. There's so many cool licks in there. But like from a balance standpoint, within each of the sections, they're all holding their own. Yeah.
Awesome, absolutely, very good.
They're a pretty solid group. I mean, a lot of it is confidence, and it's just that will come. Some of you, how many of you are brand new this year? Yeah, confidence comes with time. I know that it sounds cliche, and you probably hear it all the time. It literally comes, it will happen. There will be a day where you're like, I know what I'm doing. Right now, you're probably like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm trying not to get run over by the other people.
I think they were in a positive mindset from that opening clinic where like they got really good feedback. I also like going back to the clinic. Some of the comments where I realized that, we may have something special here is like when they mentioned like, yo, mellophone, like, hi, we have missed that.
That was so beautiful. And I honestly didn't know there was a mellophone until that solo started. So I can use more of you throughout the rest of the show.
And like really just hearing that some of the changes we had made instrumentation-wise and bouncing-wise and all of that was going to play a role in how successful we were going to be because everybody kind of just fell in the right place for us.
George Washington. Band have fun, go toot toot blow play spin. Band do good toot toot blow play spin score.
Mr. O?
Okay, so I don't know how to follow that up other than to say, is everything going to be perfect today? No. But you know how you score well today? Fun. Fun is the score today. The more fun you have today, the more you score today.
Nobody standing here is going to walk up the field and say, oh, I didn't miss a single thing. Right? And that's the beauty of live music and live performance, because there's always something that you can change and something that you can do. So go out there, lay down the best you can for the first Saturday of September, and then we all attack Song 2 and Song 3 this week. And even get more for the next game, yeah? Yep. All right. I mean, we do it out there, but the pit never gets to do this with us. So, bend and cut. Cut. Are you knees? Together. Stomach. In. Shoulders. Back. Chest. Out. Chin. Up. Eyes. With pride. Eyes. With pride. Eyes. With pride.
Please welcome to the field, from Florence Township, New Jersey, the Florence Township Memorial High School Marching Band.
Always an we could have done better. That's live performance. But we were pretty stoked coming off the field.
Yeah.
There wasn't any, all right, guys, you need to, there wasn't that.
Hey, who had a perfect show? Me. Right? Who is still really, really stoked about what they just did on that field? Excellent job, guys. You really did great.
Like, I think we did well and we performed well. Like, I was proud of getting off the field. Like, it didn't fall apart. It was our first comp. There were things that we needed to work on, of course.
Competing in today's competition.
In our early years, like, we got last. Every single competition. And that was never really the focus. Like, we would still cheer because we went up, like, X amount of points. It wasn't about the fact that we consistently got last.
Florence Township Memorial High School.
And we even warned them before we went that, like, it's your first, it's like week 0, basically. You could be in the 60s. We've opened up in the 60s.
All right, everybody, here we go.
I'm ripping on Elena's arm, and they say 2 bands before us, and we all look to each other and we go, that's not us. That's not us. I know that's like really cocky, because like, oh, that's not us. But like, literally we were like, that's not us, because we last year, I'm not gonna lie, we were used to getting last. So like,
we've gotten last always.
So they're like, that's not us. And then they said,
3rd place for the a score of 75.630. Florence Township Memorial High School.
It was very hard to contain my excitement to do the salute, and then, I kid you not, running back to the stands after we got that first score might be the fastest I've ever run in my life.
I was shocked. We're here, like right after school started, and we're already kind of where I kind of pictured myself, mid-September, late September. As much as I think we both believed in the program that we had selected, I think that's when they bought in and said, oh, we have something.
Third place! Woo! We did it! We did it!
We only had one song, and we got only 0.01 point away from the band of second place. 75.6!
We started the hot to go stuff. We started
Be ready with 2001 in a
That'll
fight,
work.
right?
That'll work.
That's what's first. 2001 in a fight.
Ash!
And as a touchdown, number 4, Julian T. Baptiste. And the kick is good. The holder, Michael Machado, and the kick by Jonathan Dodge. Still waiting for a call.
First time on the field. Not bad.
Really good.
There's like that little tempo pull in the one section, but they recovered.
Yeah, they did. Like when they hit like the.
Yeah. And I'd rather they have that for the first time here than at a comp. Because now they know they can get out of it.
Yeah.
Other things
Like
too,
the stuff
like
Coors are playing, man. I'm just like, it's insane. Snare parts, like just.
I'm really proud of the line.
Yeah. It's not good.
Wait until you hear the second song.
It's the second song.
Blue Skies, and there's a drum feature.
Cool. Very good.
Pulling it out.
Ankle or something. Scanning. My what? That's my speed.
JBL Flip 5.
JBL Flip 5. Connecting now.
Wait, don't you start your thing at full volume right like exactly that.
Wyatt! The sound works. Okay, I have to pass it up and then high.
Alright, it could move back this way.
Oh, wait, give it to...
All right, everybody. Look how
comp is the second comp. All right, let's go kill it. Our band is what? Red hot. Our band is what? Red hot. How do you spell it? R-E-D. How do you spell it? H-O-T. How do you spell it? R-E-D-H-O-T. Red hot, red hot, red hot.
I said, please check your. I said, please check your case to see if the rest of it is in there.
Taylor gave me the back one, and I said, let me put it in here in case of emergency.
Vibes are going in the truck.
Deja Parka, Deja, so proud of you. Have a great competition. Shine bright, little star. Love, Mom. Mariah Phillips, we're so proud of you. Keep shining like the star you are. Love, Mom and Dad. Evie and JJ, always remember, do it for Dark Reunion. Love, Dad. The judges are ready. Drum majors, Deja Parker and Wyatt Foodie. Is the band ready?
I can tell, like, sort of read the band and tell if they're, like, happy with how they did or not. And there was just sort of like a kind of feeling. I've heard it 1,000 times, and I couldn't tell. Like you said, you messed with the whole first half. I heard like half a second of like probably like a finger slip, and that was it.
I think Miss Crowley and Miss Kehoe both said to me, "You have 5 minutes to be mad at yourself, and then when that's done, you gotta say like, just stop."
Whenever there's an exposed part, a solo, a feature, or something like that, and you know how well the kid or the kids can perform it, and then something happens and it doesn't sound quite the same, we both kind of go like, okay, right? Because we've also been there as musicians. It's so hard because you have that voice inside your head screaming at you, but then you have your teacher's voice in your head saying, you have to keep going, and be able to move on from it and to keep performing.
In fourth place with a score of 73.580, Florence Township Memorial High School.
Okay, all right. You guys, you did a great job. Was it perfect? No, it wasn't. But you got 2 songs on the field and it sounded good. You should be proud of what you did. You guys kicked some serious booty at practice this week, all right? You kicked some serious butt at that long practice we had today.
I think at the beginning of the season we were all very hard on ourselves. And we hit the ground running, and then we fell on our face like the second competition, so it kind of hurt.
There's always going to be highs and lows, ups and downs. It's how you bounce back from the lows, right? And it's how you celebrate the highs without letting it get to your head, right? So having those low moments, those dips in that roller coaster, right, just allow us to climb even higher. So we came back after that comp more determined than ever to get a higher score the next week.
The judges are ready. Drum majors, Deja Parker and Wyatt Foodie. Is your band ready?
I don't even know what I was watching. I was watching something else, and then I heard Steve. I was like, oh my god, Phil's drum, something like the harness broke or something.
Yeah. I looked up. She had already fallen.
Yeah.
And she was walking to the sideline, and I was like, uh-oh, like,
something,
and that's when I
yeah.
slapped in. I was like, I don't know what happened. But
so she set herself up next to Josh in the pit area, and just jumped right back in, and I was just blown away.
I really thought she was trying to come back on the field too. Like,
yeah, we thought at one moment she was going to look back up.
She's coming back.
I think she even tried, but then she was like,
and then coming off like,
because some people would have just stayed behind the stage and just laid there, you know, like.
intense. I was locked in and just so focused that during Adriana's solo, I kind of just could start feeling the music more, which is what jazz is about.
I was like, oh my god.
I almost started jumping up and down on the field. I did not do that.
Like my heart was just like, I was so happy for her. I was like, hear it. Sometimes you can hear the doubt, but then once that weight is lifted off their shoulders, it kind of makes the color guard like feel better about themselves, because we know, oh, our band has got this, you know?
How'd you feel that song 1? Alright, how'd you feel about song 2? Alright, so I feel like there were some wonderful things that we had fixed that were there, and then there were some things that we know we could have done better, right? Can we have a moment for Adriana and that solo? Thank you, yes. Also, do you guys realize that like Phil had like this whole like thing that happened, and then she had to like get off and like carry the bass drum, and then girl just like got back in and started playing the bass drum again? Yeah. Where is she? Phil, you're phenomenal. Woo! You good? How's the ankles?
Oh, hi, Mommy. I'm good.
It was the backing up?
It was when I stepped on, like the step before I stepped back, and then instead of backing up on the platform, I stepped back.
Okay. How are both of your ankles? They're okay?
Yeah.
You're physically feeling okay? You were so professional. Honestly.
I was just praising her.
Other people would have like laid there like a turtle stuck on their back, and you managed that. You got off, and you didn't even just like look at us like, what do I like? And you got your sticks and you played.
Oh yeah.
And then the song was over, and then you hooked up, and it was giving you a shoe, but you fought it, and you stood up and you played. You're phenomenal.
Heck yeah.
You're a beast in the most loving possible way. Stop.
I want to see what I can do. He was a pro on that.
How's it feeling?
No. When I got to the dance, afterwards, when the dance is over, I did it, but every single time I rolled my leg, it slowly got worse and worse. So when we were marching back, I didn't know if I was allowed to get out of the line or not.
I'm so proud of her.
Moving on to our Group 2A competition. In fourth place with a score of 76.99, Florence Township Memorial High School.
I think that was when they kind of realized that they had the potential to score in a way that maybe they didn't feel was accessible to them in the past. And I think that's also where they finally like truly brought the person, like as you started to see the personality come out of the solos, the personality of the band started to show up.
Hi, this is our performance halftime.
Hi, Jamie. Hi, Jamie Cam. Hi, Jamie Cam.
It's our football game versus Overbrook. That's the score.
We're 0 for 20 right now.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Shh. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Say hi. Oh. Jamie Cam caught that too. Jamie Cam catches everything.
Number one, we have to have fun today. We have to bring the fun because the weather didn't bring the fun for us, right? So we're gonna go out there, we're gonna have fun. That'll make this weather suck less, I promise. Yeah. If you have fun, it sucks less.
Yes.
Other than that, I don't have much. You guys have been much more focused. Keep that focus for another, half hour and we're good to go, all right? I'm incredibly proud of how hard you all worked to get 3 on the field. Last night you kept it from train wrecking, very good. This morning you put in very good work. Go do that on the field and we have good things happen.
This band's personality has not been the same as previous bands' personalities. And I think that's where we kind of figured out what makes this group tick was getting that stomach punch and then us kind of looking at...
And modifying and adjusting.
Yeah, looking at what we were doing and, okay, well, how can we make them succeed?
You can still, like, even just through the music, tell when things are going well, when people are, like, really feeling the performance. Because even if you're playing all the right notes, like if you're not feeling the music, you can tell. So by watching some of the drill and by hearing, you can tell when like the performance is going to be good and when people are like locked in and feeling the music.
Very proud of you. Song 1, chill. Song 1 was fantastic. 2 sounded great. Sarge, you're looking good with the new work. And then 3, much better than last night. Do you agree? Much better than last night. Still, we still have progress to make on 3. But I'm really, really proud of what you just did on that field. And I hope you're proud of what you just did on that field.
And this award goes to Andrew Pietrowski.
We don't know about Performer of the Week until we get to the bus and there's Andrew holding a trophy. Like, they don't tell us those things. So unless I get a text from somebody or I randomly see him with it, like, so that was awesome. Like, finding out that he got that because he worked his butt off.
Yeah.
In 4th place with a score of 80.370, Florence.
they bought 3 finally. Like they found out that 3 was going to be fun for them.
Yeah.
Once we pushed through that physical barrier of I'm gassed, that there's a lot of fun aspects to that song that they could enjoy.
In third place, with a score of 82.63. 82.63. Florence Township Memorial High School. This award is
All I said was, you're here, and I need you over on this stage, and that was the only instruction we gave him, and that's him!
I
That's
can only
all
guess
him.
Pee Wee Herman, because that's what I saw.
He just decided to be Andrew, and who doesn't love when you just got the total hand?
I walked off that field, and the first thing I said to anybody was, that was the best show that we've put on the field in all 6 years of my time in it.
That was at least an 85. And I was like saying that to myself, and I was like, yeah, we did so good.
In 7th place, with a score of 82.88, Florence Township
That was incredibly aggravating. We have a bad performance, we expect a bad score, but it's more of a blow when it's a good performance and a bad score.
Yeah, there's some, I don't agree with how you scored me, but then there's also some, they're scoring what they're saying, and they're scoring what they're hearing. So
I think what frustrates me is like when the tapes and the comments we receive
don't
reflect
match
the score, and I feel like we had a little bit of that at Regents, especially where it was like
the tapes pumped us up.
Yeah, the tapes were good, and like the one judge in the meeting was like, "This is a good A-class show. Like you are doing A-class right."
Womp womp. Womp womp. It's okay. It's a point. Like we went up by 0.2. At least we didn't go down.
You guys felt incredible when you came off that field tonight, didn't you? Yeah? You guys put your all out on that field today. It showed to us, it showed to you, because you were all so happy when you came off. Okay? Judging is fickle sometimes. Alright? We can't predict what they're gonna do. So just be proud of what you put on that field today, guys. I am. And I know Mrs. Crawley and Mr. Obitz are. Okay?
It's discouraging to like feel so much pride in yourself and then not get rewarded for that.
The more fancy tech, the more updated uniforms and more props and everything definitely increases all their visual scores, whereas we don't get that benefit. So all of our score has to come from the writing. So in order to compete with these other bands, our writing just has to be that much better to compensate for the lack of funding.
Honestly, I think our band marches more than most bands, and they play on the move more than most bands, and they don't always get rewarded at the level that I believe they should be rewarded for being able to execute what they're given.
Second runner-up king, Liam Barula. Joining Liam, our second runner-up queen, Trinity Seahorn. And now for our homecoming king, Andrew Pietrowski. And our homecoming queen for 2024.
Yeah, the Shelly.
The Shelly Diego.
I joined band as a junior. When I joined, I'm not gonna lie, the first thing that came into my mind was, okay, am I gonna be like made fun of for being in this? And to my surprise, I really wasn't. You know, it's really just no one minds band kids anymore because we are genuinely like everyone else. We're just a family like every other sport or committee is.
Every year you see our homecoming court, we have multiple band kids on there, right? So I think from the public eye, band has sort of changed. They see us more as like fitting in with everybody as opposed to being our own separate thing.
That parent performance, I think, supercharged them the rest of the season. Like, that put them into overdrive, because it's cool when we go to competitions and, like, you know, other schools and other parents from other schools, like, cheer, but, like, they're band kids, and, like,
That's what we do.
That's what they do for each other. Like, every time we got to the dance break and every other school would go nuts, like, yeah, that's cool to hear. But being here and having, you know, people from town, sure, it's still some of your family, but having alumni that show up and just to hear that level of excitement for what
I'm glad that we're doing it.
What was happening on the field, like, that to me was like the moment where they were like, this is really cool, I'm having fun, and really just put fresh batteries in them for that last 2-week push.
Mark time, Mark. 1, 2, 3, go.
make that field yours. You take that field, you tell them you're here, you're hungry, and you want it.
On Tuesday, I said we have to have a little bit of extra vinegar because we felt a little disrespected, yeah? I want you to bring that again, because on Tuesday, it was there. I want that again, all right? Go out, have fun. You had an extremely focused week of practice. We made a lot of good changes this week, all right? Keep those heads up. Be full of pride today, all right? And most importantly, have fun, because when we have fun, we do well.
Right, we've done all these little changes this week based on judges' comments. And some people are like, does that does affect, if we have any of the same judges today that we had last week, and the guy who said, why do you have the woodwinds running, do something different, then he sees that we did something different, he will reward us, right? We know we could be annoyed, not destroyed, if we're not rewarded, but make them have to make that choice. You're a phenomenal group. Amazing. We love working with you guys. So go out there and show them how phenomenal.
You already bought some.
Welcome to Jersey State Championships. How many musicians today?
We have 36 musicians.
Out there, so we don't want you losing your 50 tickets.
All right, your pick and go, your props can go if you want. You can bring whoever's coming on the field time up to the goal line if you wish.
The judges are ready. Drum majors Deja Parker and Ryan Fruity. Is your band ready? Performing their 2024 program, A Jazz Odyssey. Tournament of Bands is proud to present Florence Township Memorial High School in TOB New Jersey State Championship Competition. School Band.
I thought you guys did good. We were very happy over there. You guys did a good job. You did. You came back from that long break sitting there, right? You guys did a really, really good job. A lot of what we fixed was fixed, and you put it on the field. So we're very proud of you.
Like, I don't know what happened, but she was talking about how when she was doing one of the choreography of song 2.
We perform at States. All of us are like, oh my God, guys, that was great. And the whole band's like,
They were so mad.
Coming
They
off the field.
Sulking so bad.
and I was like, what? Like, what the heck? Like,
Florence Township Memorial High School. Big round of applause for
there was 15 bands, right?
Yeah.
And I think I'm listening to the scores, and the first score was still in the 70s. And I was like, whoa. And then it wasn't Neptune, and so I was like happy for Neptune, and then Neptune broke 80, and I was happy, and I was like, okay, we're gonna be next. And then we weren't next. And I was like, we're gonna be next.
The whole time, the two of us sitting there like, okay, like this is a
and then it was a
okay
good score. Like the score would have gone up a little, and it wasn't us. And I was like,
And then it went to 85, and that's when we were both like,
oh, that's totally us.
We're fine. 85 is
yeah,
where
that's our goal.
And then it wasn't us, and that's when the two of us, wide-eyed, like, oh my God, they didn't
Jen
just
Kehoe was
hit,
like,
they didn't just hit their score, they blew through it.
With a score of 86.290. Florence Township Memorial.
That's what you're gonna remember is like that you built this love of what you were doing, and you really bought into a program and kind of made it a lasting impact too. Because like we got a number of 7th graders and 8th graders that are going to be marching band kids through and through, and like that's what they're gonna remember from the season is like it really they bought in.
We begin our Group 2A Atlantic Coast Championship competition. Please welcome to the field from Burlington, New Jersey, the Florence Township Memorial High School Band. The band is under the direction of Ann Crowley. In this show, the Marching Flashes travel from Caravan to Blue Skies and end their journey at Birdland.
No, Sunday.
Good job. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Because I have class at 10:20.
Great. Voted for being
11th place with a score 81.17. 81.17. 11th place goes to Florence Township Memorial High School.
You are an 86.29 band, right? Yes. You are an 86.29 band, right? Yes. Okay, did you have fun today? Yes. Were you proud coming off the field? Yes. Was this the best season that we have had in over a decade? Yes. Okay, so we keep our heads up. You are an 86.29 band, yeah? Yes. All right, let's go home. I'm tired. Say it.
You're an 86.29 band. I don't know. The good thing is, after I let myself not think about, I'm lying.
No, you're lying.
After I gave myself a little break and then I went back and I deeply analyzed scores, a lot of band scores went down. But I'm not going to let that 5 minutes of standing on that field encapsulate my season, because that's not what the season was. The season was 86.29. The season was falling off of a stage and getting back up and playing. The season was having a week where you think that you did the worst solo and then the next week crushing that solo. The season was the Guard having some of the best work that they've ever had and being incredibly tight. That's what the season was. So those 5 minutes, those are 5 minutes. But the rest of the time where the kids performed on the field, where we had our family time at the bus with our bougie tents, right? And they were sharing with each other what marching band means to them. That's what I'm gonna remember, not the 5 minutes of disappointment.
This is one that's going to propel, because we are a young band. It's just going to continue to want to grow because now they've tasted it and they know that there's more to get to.
And growth doesn't have to mean numbers.
Yeah.
Right? If we're not 62 next year, we're not 62 next year. But if they can continue what they've been doing talent-wise, then 88, baby.
Man, I'm up to something. Woody-la-di-do, thank you all for coming. I hope you like the show, cause it's on a budget. So woody-la-di-do, yeah. Come on, here we go, yeah. Come on.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever. I'm way too old to try, so whatever, come hang. Let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
So